Picture a huge tunnel being built under the tall Himalayan mountains. It's like a big snake made of steel and concrete. This tunnel will let people travel through the rough land easily. It's not something from a story. It's a real project in China. They're spending $5 billion on it. This project is amazing because it changes how people move around in that area. It shows how smart people can find solutions to big problems. Now, traveling across the Himalayas won't be hard anymore. What are some potential challenges or obstacles that engineers and workers might face during the construction of such a massive tunnel under the Himalayan mountains? Let's get into this whole project. For decades, the prospect of establishing a direct railway link between China and Nepal seemed like an impossible dream. The formidable challenges posed by the treacherous mountainous terrain, unpredictable weather conditions, and ever-present threat of avalanches appeared insurmountable. Yet, the tantalizing promise of enhanced trade opportunities, increased tourism, and vital economic growth for Nepal rendered the idea not just desirable but imperative. With its towering peaks and rugged landscapes, the Himalayan region presented a formidable barrier to conventional transportation routes. For centuries, traversing these mountains required arduous journeys fraught with danger and uncertainty. Roads were often impassable, subject to landslides and harsh weather conditions that made travel unreliable and hazardous. Consequently, the isolation imposed by these natural obstacles hindered economic development and limited access to vital resources for the people of Nepal. Recognizing the pressing need to overcome these barriers, the vision of a direct railway link between China and Nepal began to take shape. The potential benefits of such a project were manifold and far-reaching. Improved connectivity would facilitate smoother trade flows, enabling Nepal to capitalize on its strategic location as a gateway between China and the Indian subcontinent. Enhanced access to markets and resources would spur economic growth, create job opportunities, and alleviate poverty in a country where development has long been hampered by geographical constraints. Moreover, the prospect of a railway link held immense promise for the tourism industry in both countries. The majestic beauty of the Himalayas, coupled with the rich cultural heritage and diverse landscapes of Nepal, has long been a magnet for adventurous travelers and intrepid explorers. However, the lack of reliable and efficient transportation infrastructure has limited the accessibility of these remote regions, deterring potential visitors and stifling the growth of the tourism sector. Against this backdrop, the realization of a direct railway link between China and Nepal emerged as a beacon of hope, symbolizing the triumph of human ingenuity over geographical adversity. The ambitious project required innovative engineering solutions to overcome the formidable challenges posed by the rugged terrain and hostile environment of the Himalayas. Engineers and planners worked tirelessly to devise strategies for tunneling through mountains, reinforcing tracks against avalanches, and mitigating the impact of extreme weather conditions. After years of meticulous planning, relentless perseverance, and substantial investment, the dream of a straight railway link between China and Nepal finally became a reality. The inauguration of the Trans-Himalayan Railway marked a historic milestone in the annals of transportation infrastructure, heralding a new era of connectivity and cooperation between the two nations. The impact of the railway link was immediately palpable, as goods and passengers began to traverse the once impassable terrain with unprecedented ease and efficiency. Trade between China and Nepal flourished, bolstered by the seamless connectivity provided by the railway network. Tourism thrived, as travelers flocked to explore the breathtaking vistas and cultural treasures of Nepal, now accessible via the convenient and reliable mode of rail transport. Furthermore, the railway link catalyzed broader regional integration and economic development initiatives, fostering closer ties between China, Nepal, and neighboring countries. The enhanced connectivity facilitated cross-border trade and investment, promoted cultural exchange, and fostered mutual understanding and cooperation among diverse communities, new technologies, and changing geopolitics. The long-awaited China-Nepal train project is now complete, which shows how new technologies and changing geopolitical situations can work together. At the heart of this huge project is China's amazing progress in building infrastructure, which is made possible by its advanced technology and growing influence in the area. Modern tunnel boring machines made in China are very important to the project's success. These machines have completely changed the way tunnels are built. Engineers can now drill through even the hardest rock formations with a level of accuracy and speed that has never been seen before, thanks to these state-of-the-art tools. By doing this, crossing the Himalayan mountain range is now less difficult, making it possible for the ambitious train network to become a reality. Some of the speed with which the China-Nepal train project is moving forward is also due to China's growing economic and political power in the area. As China becomes a major player in South Asia, its strategic interests go beyond its own country's limits. These include big infrastructure projects that aim to improve connectivity and encourage economic integration across the whole of Asia. Along its 540-kilometer length, the China-Nepal Railway project is a huge technical achievement, with its complex network of tunnels and bridges making up more than 90% of the route. One of the most amazing parts of the project is the building of the Himalayas Tunnel, which will be one of the world's longest and tallest train tubes at more than 30 kilometers. This railway between China and Nepal is important for more reasons than just building infrastructure. It shows how China's power is growing in the area. As the project gets closer to completion, it will drastically change the political situation in South Asia, making it easier for China and Nepal to work together on business and other important issues. The train project has strategic effects that go beyond just two countries' relationships. It has bigger geopolitical effects that change how South Asia works as a whole. Other countries in the region have noticed China's growing presence and investment in Nepal. This has caused diplomatic and strategic alliances to be renegotiated as neighboring countries try to figure out how to navigate the changing geopolitical environment. Amazing feats of engineering. In order to overcome the daunting Himalayan mountain range, the construction of a railway tunnel is a massive engineering feat that requires creative ideas, precise planning, and steadfast dedication. Engineers who have been assigned with this amazing undertaking are required to overcome a wide variety of challenges, which include extreme weather conditions, geological instability, and environmental issues. Their goal is to accomplish the grandiose vision of connecting China and Nepal with a railway network that is seamless. The unpredictability and severity of the weather that is characteristic of the Himalayan region is one of the most significant obstacles that engineers must face. As a result of temperatures that drop well below freezing and heavy snowfall that blankets the mountains for extended periods of time, construction operations are regularly delayed, which halts development for weeks on end. As a result of the enormous hazards that frostbite, hypothermia, and other cold-related illnesses pose to the health and safety of workers, strong safety standards and provisions for protective gear and shelter are required. Furthermore, the possibility of avalanches is a significant factor that adds an additional layer of complexity to the building endeavors and brings an element of unpredictability to the already hazardous working environment. Engineers are required to put in place sophisticated monitoring systems and mitigation measures in order to reduce the likelihood of avalanches occurring and to guarantee the safety of persons and equipment that are operating in areas that are prone to avalanches. As a result of the Himalayas' seismic activity and their propensity to experience rockfalls, earthquakes, and landslides, geological instability provides yet another severe obstacle. In order to evaluate the stability of rock formations and detect potential risks, engineers are required to carry out exhaustive geological surveys and make use of cutting-edge tools such as ground-penetrating radar and three-dimensional mapping. After that, strengthening measures are put into place, such as rock bolting and shotcreting, in order to fortify the walls of the tunnel and reduce the likelihood of rockfalls and collapses occurring during construction and operation. On the China-Nepal Railway project, innovative engineering solutions are being implemented in order to overcome these hurdles and bring the ambitious vision of the project to fruition. In order to delve through the harsh terrain of the Himalayas with an unrivaled level of precision and efficiency, cutting-edge tunnel boring machines that are outfitted with cutting-edge drilling technology are utilized. It is possible for building to continue without interruption, in spite of unfavorable weather or geological dangers, thanks to these highly developed machinery that are able to survive the harsh circumstances that are present in the mountain environment. Additionally, modular building techniques are implemented in order to expedite the delivery of the project, while simultaneously minimizing the amount of disruption caused to the environment. For the purpose of minimizing the amount of time spent on construction and making the most efficient use of resources, prefabricated tunnel segments are assembled away from the construction site and then carried to the construction site, where they are quickly attached to form the tunnel lining. The tunnel on the China-Nepal train is more than just a tunnel. It's a sign of how countries can work together. Nepalese engineers and building workers are working together with Chinese workers on big infrastructure projects, which is very helpful for them. This sharing of information will definitely help Nepal's future efforts to build up its infrastructure. People are still arguing about how the project will affect Nepal. Supporters call it a game changer that will increase tourists, make trade easier, and allow remote areas to grow economically. Critics worry about the damage that could be done to the climate, our growing reliance on China, and the moving of local communities. The China-Nepal railway project is slowly moving forward, even though there are problems. The first parts of the train are already running, and the whole route should be finished by the middle of the 2030. This big project could completely change Nepal's economy and the way trade and tourists move through the area. But it's very important to use sustainable methods and limit any damage to the environment that might happen during building and operation. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.